Hey guys, welcome back to Let's Play Legend of Dragoon. And we've arrived back at Fletz. Now I know at the end of the last episode I was talking about a new enemy when we're in control of the Queen Fury. That's not till later. I was getting ahead of myself. That doesn't happen until later. Yeah, so anyway, I figured I'd just meet you back here since we didn't need to do that. And cutscenes time. There's going to be no action today. And apparently these guys, women and men, are all obsessed that their Princess Emily is back. And what a warm reaction. And she gets some applause. Well, yeah, we kind of saw that, didn't we? Trusting someone they thought was me. Even if it takes forever. And of course, yeah, nothing but praise for the one who didn't do anything wrong. A debt of gratitude. Now, I'll get into this momentarily. Well, in a bit anyway. Well, let's just continue with this scene for now. Oh, it's the pregnant lady again. And of course, you know, this Emily likes the idea a lot more than the other one did. Lennis, she was in love, but not too much on children. Al for a boy. Speaking of what I wanted to talk to later. Well, look at that. Everyone's happy. She's like a celebrity. Whatever. Well, that's kind of what I was going to go after. Yeah, Albert is infatuated. Way too infatuated. And that comes to what I wanted to talk about. He is really, really fascinated and he's really interested in Emily. We don't get to see any of Emily's character. She is completely flat and really boring. This is just like from a storytelling perspective. I see no value in her character, really. She was a plot device. That was it. You know, some people may think otherwise, but that's the way I feel. I don't really enjoy her character. I'm much more interested in Princess Lisa, but then again, I'm more interested in the intellectual type, so whatever. Anyway, let's not dilly-dally. I've got a bunch of stuff to do today, so let's get in here and talk to the king. Trying to see if I can fit all of this in one episode. It may not work out. I'm not sure. Special guests. Awesome. Welcome back. Okay, so again, we go back to, you know, Princess Emily and Albert, this romance that comes out of nowhere. Princess Emily has had not more than 3 exchanges of dialogue with Albert in a room full of other people, and all of a sudden she's in love with him too. Like, really? Development, please, game. Yes, this is a minor subplot, but hell, it's not even a subplot. It's a minor few lines of dialogue. That's all it is, so it's not like it's really, you know, detrimental to the game itself or to the plot at all. But it is what it is. It's something that I'm not a particularly big fan of. I would have been more interested to see him, you know, be fascinated by this image he had in his head of Princess Emily meet the fake one, get pushed over to Princess Lisa, and then not particularly care to go back to Princess Emily afterward, once the real one showed up, because he had already, found someone more interesting in Lisa. But then again, I'm trying to put a romance subplot into a game that came out in 2000. There's already a good enough love story in this. It doesn't need another one. I'm just being nitpicky. And we defeated the Sea Dragon and the bandits. And we brought Smiles back to the country. Awesome. It's a royal tradition. Huh. Would you look at that? He's reacted to it a lot better than Albert did, even. Albert was convinced that, he didn't even have well, I guess it wasn't Albert that was doing it. We were all talking about the fact that he didn't have claim to the throne anymore without the Moon Gem. Or it was him. I can't remember. Somebody said it when we were talking in Celis there. Well, something else to hand down. That is the heroic story of you. That is cheese. 7 stars arose from the east to save the country. Anyway. Well, yeah, it was a lot of fun. We got to take out Lennis for a second time. Normally, I'd be thinking of the second time as revenge for the hell she put me through in the first fight, because she was so, damn fast. But in this case, it was revenge for having to re-record that like 3 or 4 times because she wouldn't beat an evil speed demon. Go figure. Is a banquet party. Meru, what is wrong with you? I love Meru's little dance. It's so much fun. Normally, I'm not a big fan of the, the bubbly characters, specifically the young bubbly female characters, which seem to infest lots of games. But for some reason, Meru is really, really entertaining the last little while. I don't know what it is. Anyway, we're going to prepare for the banquet. And in doing so, well, let's just watch this. Yeah, time to relax. To leave here tomorrow. Where are we going anyway? Oh, right. Lloyd said he was heading there. And this is, I think, the first time they've even referenced that. Dart was born in Mile Sesu, or however the hell you pronounce that bloody place. Yeah, his hometown of Neat is located there. Yeah, I don't know why it takes them so long to mention it. He may have mentioned it way at the beginning of the game, and I always forget by the time I reach this point, but nitpicking. Anyway, Meru's gonna go screw off and have fun, and pretty much everyone's gonna split up. Hashel's got an errand to do. And Rose is gone, just ignores people. That's awesome. And we all know where Albert's headed. And now, the two have been left alone. Wow, she just came right out and said it. Huh. Yeah, that was, I won't get into that, whatever. You loved them since she was little. Good enough. I don't need to analyze everything. I like this theme. What's the saying? Distance makes the heart grow fonder? Though, the way you're talking, it's almost like you're a stalker. Well. Huh. She's kind of resigned. Guess she doesn't have to be. Dart's finally going to grow up. we're just going to stop right there and say, ah, we'll finish it in a few months when I finish this LP. And I love their reaction. They just split apart like they're, you know, being discovered, like they're children or something like that. Oh, that's funny. Such a sour face. You're interrupting something. Get the hell out of here. You're famous now. Woohoo! Modest attitude. Latest hero. Well, cool. The party is starting. Get rid of those sour faces, and we'll meet up later. Cool. Oh, back to the romantic sequence. Huh? Son of a bitch! Really? Twice? Waiting for the party to start. And trying to do something else, but you guys won't leave us alone. Dresses? Huh? I'm gonna go look for everyone. Wait, no. Dart's not getting any. Anyway, we have to go find all our party members, so let's go do that. And the first one, well, the closest, well, probably not the closest one, the furthest one away, but I want to do it first, so, is Albert. And of course, because of the little subplot love story thing I was talking about earlier, he's up in Emily's room. Not the scene I was expecting to run into. Legend of the Mermaid. This sounds like a very cheesy story. Oh boy. It's a secret story handed down the Armstrong line for generations. I'm too lazy to throw a clip in. I felt like doing the voice. I can't do voice acting. Yeah. Every time I see something being passed down the line for generations, I always think back to Major Armstrong from Full Metal Alchemist. Oh, that series is so much fun. Both of them are, actually. That's one thing about the about those two series, Full Metal Alchemist and Full Metal Alchemist Brotherhood. There's a lot of, well, at least when Brotherhood came out, there was a lot of talk about, you know, which series was better, and, you know, I kept reading things that people were, you know, if they had read the manga first, that they usually liked Brotherhood a lot more because it followed the story closer, and those who watched the anime first, the first series, they tend to like the first series more than Brotherhood. And I've talked with people on forums about this, and I personally like the first series first, and then again, I still have not read the manga to this day. I just read or watched the first series and then the second series. But at the same time, they're both extremely good, and I'm nitpicking in order to choose which one I like better. I could go into a whole thing, but I don't want to spoil the plot for anyone, you know, which I would have to do if I was going to do like a little mini review while I'm playing this or something like that. So yeah, anyway, yeah, that's my whole spiel on that. Both are great series. If you have not seen them, either of them, watch them both. I would recommend starting with Full Metal Alchemist, the first series, as opposed to Brotherhood. Just, it seems to work out better. From all the people I've talked to who have watched them in different orders, you know, that seems to make the most sense. What? So they're trying to loot the fridge before dinner. Sounds like me. Oh yes, does that ever sound like me? Speaking of which, it's dinner time. I'm hungry. Of course. Me too. And I got scolded. Why didn't you say so? Oh, would you look at that. And basically what we're doing here is we're gathering our party members. 2 more left. Oh, there's Kongo. Kongo has friends. Friends of Kongo. Not bad. Dart. Not a good idea. What do you expect? Don't sneak up on someone who's got a weapon. Not really. Party is starting. Yay! Alright, one more character to pick up. This is probably my favorite sequence of all of the little sequences we get with the other characters. He would laugh at you. She's referring to Zeke, by the way. If you recall that sequence... Huh? What's wrong, Rose? Yeah, if you recall that sequence, the awesome video from a few episodes ago, she was trying to save Zieg at the last moment. Basically what happened in that sequence is Zieg was the Red Dragoon. He was fighting Melbu Frama. Melbu Frama was the Wingly leader. They'll tell you in the plot eventually, but just for understanding's sake. And so what happened was, with, you know, one thrust, he took down Melbu Frama, but at the same time, he was turned to stone. And so Rose was very saddened, obviously, by the fact that she was unable to save him. And yeah, so the fact that she's lived for 11,000 years and she's as cold as she is now, she's been through a harsh life. Many harsh lifetimes, actually. The fact that she's finally laughing after, you know, however long, tells you something about, you know, the development of her character. Which is one of the reasons why I like this sequence so much. What choker? Is that the one that contains your Dragoon stone or something? Yeah, she hasn't laughed for a long time. It was worth the wait. The party is starting. It'll be a fun party. Surprising, Rose talking about fun. Anyway, we can adjust our party, don't bother. Something about dresses. Where should we go? We have to ask her about it. I probably should have done Kongo's last because he's in the same room with the dress lady, but I like that sequence and I wanted to talk about it, so. Yeah, she's in here. And the girls all come out of Dart. It's always strange to do that in video games. Well, specifically JRPGs, but... Change into dresses. Oh, would you look at that? Meru, you don't want to look all pretty in a dress? Your character says that you'd love that. You can't dance well. Yeah, she's still a dancer regardless of, you know, what's happened. And, of course, Rose doesn't want to do that. She feels naked without her sword. And every, you know, teenage boy's mind just, you know, went crazy. And mine too. Yeah, Rose, I couldn't imagine her trying to wear a dress, not with the way her character is. I think she'd want to kill the person trying to size her up for a dress first. So, of all the ladies, only Shauna is going to get herself sized up for a dress. And we're going to sit around and wait for that to happen, I guess. Everything's ready. Please head to the Chamber of the Sun, which is the throne room, by the way. Pretty cool name for the throne room, actually. Here's another theme I almost never hear. Hell, I think this is the only time we ever hear this theme. That's probably why. Yay! I'm not a big fan of this theme. It's just kind of meh for me. Then again, I'm not a big fan of happy tracks in general unless they also have other emotions going on with them. Oh boy. Dart's getting swarmed by groupies. Help? Somebody, please? Mr. Haschel. Aw, well thank you, Haschel. Now, I don't know how they go from looking at Dart, who's 21, to Haschel, who's like 50, but whatever. Meru's having fun dancing and getting extremely dizzy. Of course. Lots of fun. Are you gonna dance too? Sure, why not? We'll just do lots of stupid stuff today. And they have a very strange looking dance sequence. Where is Shauna anyway? I don't know. Of course. Go, go, go. Anyway, let's talk to the king here. Yeah, you're useless. Not enough to illuminate a girl. Ugh, I don't know why it was so hard to read that. Just one word is enough. Oh. Anyway, what are you up to there, Albert? So yeah, they're going to have, well, eventually, you know, based on what's going on here, they're going to get married. And I'm sure that would strengthen relations between the two countries. I don't know if it would initiate some kind of a merger, but... Cannot watch this anymore. Okay. Have a long face. She's not here. Now go away, I'm busy. Now. Ah, Kongle. I missed Kongle there. I couldn't even see him. Blended into the background there. Didn't do anything. And Shauna's not here. No? Where is Shauna anyway? Kongle's tall and he doesn't see her. Go figure. Anyway, once you talk to all your party members and you head up here, Miss Rose needs us, so we need to go talk to Rose. Considering her and Shauna are the only two missing at this point. So let's go talk to Rose. You want to have a nice romantic look up at the stars there, Rose? Catch it. What? All night? What are you talking about? She's up. Shauna? Hey! Pretty dress. I don't know. I really don't know what to say to that. You know, at this level of graphics, it's not like, you know, you're looking at Yuna in her wedding dress or something like that. You know, you can look at all of some of the older games, like hell, even back to the, you know, Super Nintendo days. You look at, you know, characters that are supposed to be pretty and they just look like pixels. This looks like a blur of solid color. I guess it's a step up from 16-bit, but it still doesn't doesn't convey as much about, you know, what the story is trying to tell you. It's kind of unfortunate that they throw those ideas in there, but then again, I guess I can suspend disbelief considering, you know, the limitations that were available. That's the right thing to say, Dart. Now we get to look at, the shooting stars. What wish? Oh, really? Aw, jeez. And there we go. They finally settled it. And that does it for Disc 2. Yeah, so that's all for this episode. Disc 2, I'll take a couple of days off after this, and then we can start up Disc 3. Disc 3 is an interesting disc. A lot happens, and we actually move the plot forward. The plot's been kind of slow moving. We've been getting a lot of things that we've had to go do side quests, pretty much, you know, go fetch this, go get that, lose Dragoon Stone, Shauna's hurt, blah blah blah. Now we're finally getting down to the meat of the story, and this is where the game gets good. Disc 3 and 4, it's not like a lot of games where, you know, oh, Disc 3, lots of cinematics and, you know, a few dungeons, and then Disc 4 is the final dungeon and that's it. In this game, there is a lot on Disc 3 and probably even more on Disc 4. This game is nowhere near over. We have just begun. We're probably right at halfway, actually. 50 episodes and we're halfway in. Go figure. Anyway, that's all for Disc 2, and I'll see you next time for Disc 3.